Hello, and welcome back to episode 3 of Let's Play Star Wars Squadrons. I'm Arcturus, and I'm going to be your pilot through this mission. Alright, so we just ended the last one, so we still have a bit of the debrief stuff to do, so let's talk to everybody. Oh. Hello. I'm sorry, I do not speak binary.
The Empire won't push into our territory again anytime soon.
Thanks to our new pilot.
Yeah, and thanks to the rest of us. This isn't a race, all right? We're a team.
You're right, Gunny. But still, nice flying out there.
Speaking of fancy flying, I was thinking about the Dragon Void run from a few years back. You see that one, Keo?
Oh, sure. I caught the whole thing on the HoloNet.
Yeah, me too. I watched the entire thing, but for the life of me, I can't recall who won.
I think it was one of the Ash twins? No, wait. Dylan Vooks.
Yeah, that's it. Boy, he was something else back then. In fact, the only pilot I've seen that comes close since is Keo here.
Oh, come on. Dylan Vooks got 9 championships under his belt. I've only got 5.
Well, fun as this is, Commander Javes has someone special waiting for us in the briefing room. Let's get in there and find out what's next. Commander's waiting.
I know he's waiting, but I'm gonna check out what's here. Gonk droid. Gonk. Alright. Wedge?
Now,
Wedge Antilles?
I helped Talus Group chase it away from a medical convoy towards Yavin. It's pinned in the upper atmosphere with no hyperdrive, but too many fighters for Talus Group to handle alone.
this might work out for both of us. Come, meet our visitor.
Wedge Antilles, Rogue Squadron. I hear you're the reason I was able to finally get a comm through.
I'm here to
I have a
fanboy.
Star Destroyer problem that Vanguard might be able to help me solve.
I'm gonna solve your Star
We need a
Destroyer
for
problem,
Project
sir.
Starhawk, intact.
Stop. Shut
Now,
up,
for the
Javes.
Vanguard's main
Wedge was talking.
Wedge, if you would.
So fucking Wedge Antilles, man. Like, oh,
Ready to go.
shut up, fish guy. Okay, so, like, something I've kind of wondered, because he hasn't really been mentioned all that much in like, the new expanded universe stuff is, you know, Wedge Antilles. Like, in the old expanded universe, he was kind of a big deal because he was the guy who survived both Death Star runs, in fact, launched torpedoes that destroyed the second Death Star. Don't interrupt me again, Ardo. And, you know, he also fought at Hoth. I mean, so he was kind of a big deal. But in the new canon, like, aside from a split second, aside from, like, a split second on-screen time as a gunner in the Millennium Falcon in The Rise of Skywalker, like, they didn't really do much with Wedge afterwards. And, you know, it's just so good to see Wedge back, especially in, like, an X-Wing game, because what really brought his character forward was the X-Wing novels, which were partially inspired by the X-Wing video game. The novels by Michael Stackpole. I really, really recommend reading those. Those are still really good. But anyways, it's good to see him back.
As you may have overheard, Talus Group has cornered the Imperial Star Destroyer Victorum above the planet Yavin. They're in tough, but it's presented a great opportunity for us to jump in and not only disable that Star Destroyer, but to seize control. So first, we need to give ourselves some cover by knocking out the turrets. Naturally, if we can also take out the targeting system, that'll buy us even more time. Next, we need to prepare the Star Destroyer for boarding. We'll need to find a potential breach point in the Victorum's hull, preferably near the bridge. Once you find a good spot, bombard it until the hull is breached. However, we can expect that the Victorum still has plenty of TIE fighters. They will try to stop us. Once the skies are clear, we can bring in the boarding team. While our troops capture the bridge, Vanguard will defend the exterior from reinforcements. Once the boarding team has seized the bridge and is in control of the Star Destroyer, we'll rendezvous with the Temperance. Okay, I think I accidentally made stealing a Star Destroyer sound simple.
For you, Wedge, it is.
Hope it is.
Alright, so I played a little bit of the multiplayer on this, and essentially a lot of what this is doing is teaching you how to play the multiplayer. It's teaching you where the weak points on the capital ships are. I expect the Imperial one to do the same, but, you know, to the Rebel side. So, K Wedge, what you been doing, man?
Sorry for the speedy introduction, but Talos Group was counting on me to get reinforcements fast. Your commander says you have talent. Enough to steal a Star Destroyer and get away with it.
Can I join Rogue Squadron?
Normally, I'd have Rogue Squadron for this, but General Syndulla gave me a temporary assignment to Project
Oh,
Starhawk.
Syndulla.
Meanwhile, Rogue is handling, well, that's classified too. General Syndulla keeps us busy. Your commander and I have something in common. I once flew for the Empire too, at Sky Strike Academy. Turning to the rebellion was the smartest move I ever made. I wish more of my friends had done the same.
Oh, so they retconned your
Look, I
backstory.
appreciate the talk, but Talos Group's waiting for us.
Or is that a retcon of his backstory? In the old expanded universe, and I'm going to be doing this a lot as I play through Star Wars games. In the old expanded universe, Wedge Antilles is actually like, he never was like an Imperial flight student. What he was, you know, he was just somebody who's naturally good for flying, and his whole family was killed on accident by a pirate. So he stole a Z-95 headhunter and went and murdered all of those pirates in return. That was when he was like a teenager. And after that, he was on the run, couldn't go back to Corellia, and Corellia was big in with the Empire at the time. So he just kind of fell in with the rebellion after that. So maybe they're like tucking that in as an explanation for all of his flight skills, but I don't really expect him to go into like deep into his personal history and backstory here. But he also mentioned General Syndulla. Syndulla is a Rebels character. I've watched the first season of Rebels, a little bit of the second season. She's one of the main characters on that. I guess they're trying to make her out to be a big shot in the rebellion as a whole. Not really sure how I feel about that. I'll probably have to actually sit through Clone Wars and Rebels. I have tried. I have tried recently. I keep trying to watch the Clone Wars, but like I am not its intended audience. It is just as childish as Star Wars is. Like that's the Clone Wars is that childishness like turned up to, you know, to 11. I feel when I watch it like I'm watching a series made for like kindergartners. I feel like I'm watching, you know, PBS programming in the morning. I just cannot stand it. Whereas Rebels was a little bit better. The fact that the animation like sets me off. It's like there's no weight to anything, and it really, really like just weirds me out. Well, let's talk to Linda and Ardo, and then let's blow up some Imperials instead of listen to me rant about the, you know, about the Disney Star Wars verse.
A Star Destroyer? Aren't you tossing him in the deep end a little early, Lyndon?
Vanguard can handle it, can't you? Besides, Project Starhawk needs that Star Destroyer for, well, you know. Wedge made a name for himself at the Battle of Yavin. He knows that system better than the Empire ever will. You'll be fighting on the Rebellion's old turf, so if Wedge has any advice, you'd be smart to listen.
You know, a wounded Krakana can still bite. Just watch yourself around that Star Destroyer, huh?
Get out there as soon as you can.
I don't know what a Krakana is, Ardo, but I'll take the advice for what it is. Let's see, who can I talk to out here?
So, we're headed to Yavin. In exalted company, it seems. And now we know Project Starhawk needs an Imperial Star Destroyer. That's enough firepower to tackle a small fleet, or a means to catch the Empire off guard. But that wouldn't warrant all this secrecy. There must be more to the Commander's plan. We'll just have to trust him. Too bad there isn't an easier way to get what we need. Even a damaged Star Destroyer has deck upon deck of Durasteel plating, turrets, shields. My poor, bigoted father called Star Destroyers the fists of the Empire. He wasn't wrong. But they can be beaten. If you're good and lucky. Let's stay optimistic. To Yavin, then. Let's not delay.
I mean, Return of the Jedi, like, the Battle of Endor showed a real easy way to destroy Star Destroyers. You get under the shields, you blow the shield towers, then you ram an A-wing into the bridge. Alright, let's prep for launch.
The commander wants you in an X-wing for this mission. Got you
Of course he
outfitted with ion
does.
missiles. They disable enemy fighters, and they'll disable subsystems on enemy capital ships too.
Alright, so they're changing our anti-fighter missiles to ion missiles, which will just disable things. Not sure how much I'm going to enjoy that, but we will see. It's just one of the many auxiliary things you can have. There's an extra X-Wing with us. It's Wedge. Flying with the best. Wedge is one of my favorite characters from the old EU.
Yavin Prime. This place always brings back memories. Let's hope for some of that Skywalker luck today. Alright, ready, Vanguard? We're heading for the heart of the action.
Vanguard, follow his lead.
Will do.
Dallas leader, calling for immediate assistance.
Captain Antilles with Vanguard Squadron. Here to help.
It's damn good to see you, Wedge. We've taken heavy losses. We need that Star Destroyer stopped.
Don't you worry. We're here to hijack it.
You're what?
Be ready. Interceptors. Those have got to be the first to go. Agreed. They're fast. They'll rip right through our fighters. Vanguard, prioritize targets.
Enemies locked on.
Taking enemy fire!
Jeez. Okay, interceptors are no joke.
That's it. Push the Imperials back. You got it. Come on! The Star Destroyer just launched a new swarm of TIE interceptors. Stay sharp.
They're taking us apart.
They've locked on.
You're in the clear.
Jeez.
You did it!
What the fuck was that? Was that a get back to the frickin'...
That's almost all.
Yeah, that's what that is. Oh, those are friendlies.
Enemies on your tail.
I'm in their sights.
I got you.
Here I am.
I got you.
Nice shot. That ion missile knocked their systems dead. We'll finish him off.
That's it. All ties down. Good job.
Oh.
Okay, regroup on Talos, leader.
Wedge, we've taken heavy losses. We need to make a few repairs, then get ourselves out of here.
Roger that, Talos, leader. And don't worry about the Imperials. We'll keep them busy.
You're really gonna steal that Star Destroyer?
That's the plan. Okay, Vanguard, on me. Let's head for the Victorum.
Focus your shields before they open fire on us.
Knock out its targeting system.
Let's do it.
Putting power to forward shields.
All that damage and this thing still has teeth. No wonder Talos Group took a beating just chasing it here. I wanted to see the Victorium go up in flames, but stealing it. I like that even better. Star Destroyer targeting's out for good. The U-Wings can get in safely.
This is our chance to capture that Star Destroyer. If we take the bridge, we'll have access to its internal systems. Scan for a breach point, so we can send an aborting team. You're up, 5.
Don't stay in the clouds too long. Even this high up, the heat's gonna strip your hull. Breaching a Star Destroyer, just like the old days.
Look out, Vanguard. We got a gunny story incoming. 5 hasn't heard it. Sure. Just tell me when I can turn my comms back on. Here, we can send a team in here.
Imperial fighters incoming.
5, give it a punch, will you?
Losing hull integrity. I'm with you.
Right in the trash chute.
Now, push those last fighters back. Clear the skies.
Alright, let's take care of some ties.
On me. Can't shake 'em. Vanguard 5, help them out. These Imperials just keep coming.
Deflector shields are down.
I'm in a real bind here. Under fire!
On your way.
Come on.
I'm under fire.
5, get over and help Frisk.
I'm trying.
They're breaking through.
Scratch one.
You're taking me apart. 5, where are you?
I'm done for.
Killing all the shit that's on you, Frisk. That's what I'm doing.
Thanks, 5. I owe you one. Let's stop those fighters. That's it. All fighters destroyed. Great work. U-Wings are on their way. We can bring the boarding team in safely. Follow me to the rendezvous. We'll give them cover.
Vanguard, let's go.
Wedge, I'm trying to follow you, but you're just flying in circles around a Star Destroyer.
Boarding team, we have you on our sights. Ready to take on a Star
is into position. Stay sharp.
What about the Star Destroyer's crew?
If our boarding party takes the bridge, they'll slice internal security systems. The crew won't be a problem with no computer access and all the blast doors locked.
We've got an Imperial carrier. They're launching reinforcements.
They're not giving up the Victorum without a fight.
All right.
Take down that cruiser. Boarding team here. We've secured the breach point.
Here I am.
Ooh. This is so good.
Pistol headed right for me. Close, but not close enough.
Oh, we were cutting through them.
Use your ion missiles against the shields.
All right.
You see that shot?
Nice. Ion missiles are great against shields.
Missile coming for you. We're wearing the carrier down. Keep at it. Almost there, Vanguard. Take that carrier down. We're taking fire, but we're almost to the bridge. Phew. Carrier destroyed. Final. Great work. All right, team. Let's finish off the rest. Bridge is sealed. Cutting through the blast doors.
I always pay my debts. Eventually. I'm being followed. I'm under attack.
Love to watch your work. Target destroyed. Missile behind you.
Got 'em all. Okay. Regroup in my position. On me, Vanguard. Let's regroup at the Victorum. The boarding team might need support.
Nope, that's not what I wanted.
We're almost through those blast doors.
Okay, there's Wedge.
We've got another Imperial carrier.
Make that 3 carriers.
That's a lot. Get ready, everyone. We're in. Taking control now.
I hope I didn't destroy too many of the laser cannons on the hull.
Destroyer's taken down its own carrier. What a sight.
Yes, the ship is ours.
You actually did it. And Project Starhawk has a Star Destroyer.
all the medals this time. Oh, that's pretty good. Let's see what we got. Completed the mission 13 minutes or less without dying. Save Frisk. Discovered the Victorum's breach point on the first scan. Yeah, I mean, they pretty much tell you where to do all that. Anyways, this is where I'm going to end it today. This is Arcturus, signing out.